Entry 14, March 18th, 1884. The monstrous spike towers before me, a grotesque amalgamation of nature and nightmare, twisting toward the storm-ridden heavens. Its gnarled branches claw at the tumultuous sky, which swirls in ominous shades of yellow and brown, as if the very air is laced with dread. I am drawn in, my heart racing with awe and an unsettling thrill. It is a monument to some long-forgotten terror. As I approach its roots, the twisted bark emits a smell akin to decay, mingled with something faintly sweet, a paradox that sends shivers racing down my spine. With each step, the ground beneath me quakes slightly, as if the ancient structure is alive and aware of my intrusion. I wonder how long it has stood sentinel in this forsaken land, and what secrets it holds within its shadowy crevices. Despite the tumult within me, I remind myself of my resolve. The fear gnaws at my courage, but the allure of discovery keeps me anchored. I cannot turn back now, not when such wonders await. Entry 15, March 19th, 1884. The twisted tower stands before me, a monolith of despair, its rough surface riddled with hollow openings that seem to inhale the surrounding gloom. I can't help but be captivated by its sheer, grotesque beauty, even as a creeping dread settles over my heart. The gnarled branches that frame it lean outward like skeletal fingers, reaching for a sky heavy with ominous clouds that churn and threaten. As dusk descends, a large glowing orb emerges in the foreground, casting an eerie orange light that dances upon the tower's surface. The glow is both enchanting and unsettling, illuminating the hollows which whisper of secrets lost to time. I step closer, mesmerized, but the darkness of the surrounding atmosphere raises a sense of foreboding, palpable in the chill that wraps around my shoulders like a cloak. My pulse quickens. I'm reminded of the fear I wrestled with yesterday at the monstrous spike. Yet here, in this moment, that same fear is mingled with an insatiable curiosity. I cannot fight the draw of this luminous enigma. I must venture deeper, for what lies within these hollows calls to me with an irresistible promise. Entry 16, March 20th, 1884. Before me rises a magnificent golden stalactite, glistening like the crowns of ancient kings, suspended in this vast, cavernous sanctuary. The ambient light envelops it in a soft glow, casting delicate shadows that dance across the rough, dark rock surfaces surrounding me. I stand there, a mere silhouette, dwarfed by this impressive natural formation, feeling both insignificant and profoundly alive. Their intricate textures shimmer beneath the light, echoing the tales of adventure and danger I have faced in this nightmarish world. The memories of the twisted tower and the omnipresent gloom resurface, yet in this underground haven, those feelings yield to a reverence for the beauty before me. Each glimmering facet reflects the flicker of hope I desperately cling to, a reminder that within the chaos there exists splendor. A whisper of air brushes against my skin, soft as the sigh of the earth itself. Despite the vast solitude, I feel a strange connection to this place, as if it possesses secrets meant to be uncovered. I must, and I will, press on, trailing the threads of wonder woven through this dark existence. Entry 17, March 21st, 1884. The monstrous figure looms above me, its jagged teeth forming a grotesque maw that seems intent on devouring my very soul. I stand precariously on a rocky outcrop, the turbulent waves crashing violently below, their roar echoing the tumult within my heart. The dark, stormy sky hangs overhead, a suffocating blanket of sepia and grey that amplifies the sense of dread coursing through me. In this moment, I feel the weight of my journey more than ever, the spiraling caverns adorned with golden formations, the twisted trees that whispered secrets. Each encounter has led me to this terrifying pinnacle where contemplation mingles with stark fear. Am I but a pawn in some nightmarish game orchestrated by the elements around me? As I gaze into the creature's soulless eyes, I fight to suppress the shiver that threatens to paralyze me. The impulse to retreat is strong, yet I know that backing down is no option. In my heart, I bear the hope that past courage might shelter me against the unknown. I must press forward, for I feel there is something vital lurking just beyond this beast's menacing presence. Entry 18, March 22nd, 1884. Gazing into the abyss, I find myself perched upon this rocky outcrop, heart pounding like thunder in my chest. Before me, a colossal creature looms with a mouth so vast and menacing, jagged teeth glistening like obsidian blades in the mist-laden air. The atmosphere thickens with an oppressive dread, smothering the breath in my lungs while shadows dance along the edges of my vision. The isolation of this moment is profound. I feel dwarfed by the creature's enormity, as if I stand at the precipice of a reality that seeks to swallow me whole. My pulse quickens, recalling the last encounters with those grotesque forms that marked my path. The towering golden stalactite, the monstrous spike. Each has led me deeper into this unrelenting nightmare. Yet, a flicker of defiance ignites within. This creature, formidable as it may be, will not rob me of my curiosity or resolve. I must probe the depths behind its gaping maw. Perhaps within its darkness lies an understanding or a way to escape this surreal dread that binds me. Driven by a stubborn spark of hope, I prepare to confront whatever horrors await. Entry 19, March 23rd, 1884. I stand on the rocky outcrop, transfixed by the monstrous presence that looms above, its mouth agape in a silent snarl. The creature is an embodiment of nightmares, its dark, textured form shimmering like stone features against the fog that envelops this accursed place. I can see every sharp tooth, each a glimmering promise of death, and I feel the tremor of fear rise through me, more palpable than the mist that clings to my skin. In the shadow of this fearsome beast, I'm reminded of my previous encounters, the golden stalactite, the gnarled trees that threatened to engulf me. Each monstrous form has led me deeper into this dance of dread, pushing the boundaries of my courage. Yet here, with its gaping mouth and suffocating ambience, an intensity surges within me, shifting from sheer terror to a steely determination. I know that this moment, like all others, is a test. It commands respect, and I shall face it. The fear that threatens to bind me will not define my fate. I will seek the truth hidden behind its grotesque facade, even if it costs me dearly. With steely resolve, I ready myself to step closer to that abyss. Entry 20, March 24th, 1884. Wandering into a surreal expanse, I find myself surrounded by numerous large spherical objects that stare back at me like a congregation of hollow eyes. They loom among the tall, dry grass, creating a landscape both captivating and profoundly unsettling. My heart races as I sense their observation, each orb seeming to pulse with an awareness that amplifies the eerie atmosphere enveloping me. The overcast sky and thick fog blend seamlessly into the backdrop, with gentle hills shrouded in mist, heightening the sensation of being watched. I feel as though I have inadvertently stepped into a realm where each movement is scrutinized. The unease churns in my stomach, echoing the dread I encountered in the presence of the monstrous creatures before me. Yet amidst this unsettling vision, a flicker of understanding ignites within me. Perhaps these eyes, unnerving as they may be, hold wisdom wrapped within their gaze. I dare not shy away from this revelation. Instead, I am compelled to explore further, to unveil the truth behind this disquieting panorama. and confront whatever secrets it harbors within its watchful embrace. Entry 21, March 25th, 1884. Emerging from the fog, I find myself amidst an otherworldly landscape, populated by towering pyramid-shaped structures that rise out of the mist like ancient sentinels. Each pyramid bears a large, human-like eye at its front, casting an unsettling gaze upon all that traverses this desolate expanse. I don't know whether to feel entranced or terrified. The feeling of being watched swells within me, mingling with the unease I encountered among the eye-like spheres. The air is thick with an oppressive stillness, broken only by the whisper of the dry grass brushing against my legs. The muted tones of the surroundings render the environment spectral and bleak, enhancing the mystery lurking behind those piercing eyes. It is as if I have stumbled into an ancient realm forgotten by time, where the very structures themselves pulse with life. In this moment, doubt creeps in like the fog, testing my resolve. I recall my past struggles, each ominous encounter that sought to dissuade me. Yet instead of retreating, I feel a pull toward these enigmatic pyramids. Perhaps they carry further revelations, truths that could illuminate my path forward. Summoning my courage, I step closer, ready to unveil what lies hidden in this watchful existence. Entry 22, March 26, 1884. Standing before the massive monolithic cube, I'm overwhelmed by its imposing height and the suffocating aura that pervades this eerie landscape. The dark, textured surfaces gleam ominously under a foreboding greenish hue that casts everything in an unsettling glow. It feels as if the structure itself breathes, pulsating with life, while its glowing green eyes fixate on me, scrutinizing my every move. I stand cloaked in my dark coat, the weight of isolation heavy upon my shoulders. Figures shuffle in the periphery, indistinct and ghostly. They too appear drawn to this monument, perhaps enticed by the same curiosity that propels me onward. How many have braved this place before me? Where do they go when entranced by the watchful gaze of those eyes? Recalling the previous trials along this odyssey, the watchful pyramids and eerie spheres, I confront a rising sense of dread. Yet I am no stranger to fear. The prospect of unraveling the mysteries that lie within and beneath this structure pulls me forward. I must press on, embracing this enigma, for perhaps hidden within its shadow is the truth I seek, a way to navigate the terror of this surreal world. Entry 23, March 27th, 1884. Before me towers an imposing structure, its weathered bricks forming a grotesque visage that seems to stare down at me with large, expressive eyes. Each crack in the surface appears as a furrow of age, whispering tales of despair and secrecy shrouded beneath layers of time. The large circular openings punctuate the walls like hollowed sockets, enhancing the haunting demeanor of this surreal edifice. I stand cloaked in my dark attire, dwarfed by the enormity of the face before me. The environment is desolate. Sparse vegetation clings to the ground amidst debris and shadows, creating a muted and greenish palette that suffocates the light. The air feels thick with an unsettling tension, like that which hung in the atmosphere of the monolithic cube. Every step I take is laden with trepidation, reminiscent of the eyes that have watched me throughout my journey. Yet I feel compelled to delve deeper into this mystery. I must discover what lies behind those empty openings, what stories linger within those weathered walls. The allure of truth combats the grip of fear, urging me onward into the unknown. Entry 24, March 28th, 1884. Before me rises a colossal ancient temple, crafted from dark stone and adorned with intricate circular motifs, almost breathing with the weight of history. Its monumental presence towers against a surreal green sky, casting an eerie glow that fills me with both dread and exhilaration. I stand in the foreground, a mere silhouette against this formidable architecture, each rocky formation around me amplifying my sense of scale and vulnerability. The rugged terrain is strewn with debris, remnants of an era long past, evoking feelings of abandonment and desperate curiosity. It is a far cry from the watchful faces of the structures I have encountered before, yet this temple feels different, alive with potential secrets waiting to be unearthed. Recalling the unsettling, watchful eyes that marked previous entries, I realize my resolve only strengthens. I feel the thrill of discovery pulse through me, battling the apprehension that lingers like the fog surrounding the temple. This adventure beckons me to explore hidden chambers and forgotten stories, to unearth the remnants of those who faced its grandeur before me. I must step forward into this mysterious embrace, for I am destined to uncover the truths buried within its ancient walls. Entry 25, March 29th, 1884. I tread cautiously toward the dark fortress looming before me, formidable with its towering spires and jagged edges that cut through the murky sky. An eerie eye, large and imposing, is embedded within its stone facade, as though it watches my every move with an unsettling hunger. The stark architecture evokes a deep sense of foreboding, echoing the despair I've encountered in this cursed land. The landscape around me is barren, stripped of life, and the greenish clouds overhead swirl ominously, mirroring my growing unease. Each step feels heavier, weighed down by the haunting memories of my journey, the ominous pyramids and the watchful temples. I am but a solitary figure against the vast desolation, yet I feel a magnetic pull toward this malevolent structure. The air is thick with danger, my instincts quiver, and yet a perverse curiosity compels me onward. I sense that within this fortress lies not just terror, but answers to the mysteries that haunt me. I must confront this place, for every shadow it casts beckons forth the exploration of darkness, my fate intertwined with the supernatural presence that dwells within these foreboding walls. Entry 26, March 30th, 1884. Sitting upon the cool, damp sand of the beach, I face the relentless ocean, my heart heavy with the weight of everything I've encountered. Above me, an unnerving array of large, watchful eyes fills the dark sky, their vibrant blue hues piercing through the enveloping gloom like sentinels of my fate. I wonder if they too are judging my every contemplation in this otherworldly tableau. The crashing waves resonate in my ears, a rhythmic reminder of nature's indifference, while I am left to conjure the lingering mysteries woven into my journey. Shadows of the past loom large, monoliths with faces and sinister fortresses, but here, amid the vast expanse, I find a strangely profound stillness. Echoes of introspection grasp at my soul, and for a moment, I feel adrift between realms of fear and discovery. In the distance, I catch sight of another figure emerging from the water, a stark silhouette against the foam of the sea. Curiosity stirs within me once more. Who are they? A kindred spirit or another spectre bound by this realm? I rise, compelled to explore this new enigma, drawn onward by an insatiable desire to search for understanding amid the chaos of the world. Entry 27, March 31st, 1884. Crouched at the water's edge, I am lost in the abyss of thought as the gentle waves lap against the shore. The land around me is shrouded in shades of black and white, a surreal contrast that mirrors the turmoil within. My mind wanders to the myriad forms I have encountered, those watchful eyes that seem to blight every landscape with a sense of foreboding. Here they loom larger than ever, casting an unsettling shadow over this desolate expanse. The mist clings to the air, heavy with an uncomfortable silence, amplifying my isolation. I am a mere figure against the vastness of this darkened world, painfully aware of the ceaseless scrutiny that weighs upon me. I ponder the meaning behind these ever-present eyes, the memories of fortresses and temples flooding my consciousness. What truths do they guard? What insidious promises do they represent? Yet within this atmosphere of despair, the gentle waves offer a brief respite, reminding me of life's persistence. I must rise from this spot and confront the challenges ahead, determined to unravel the mystery holding my fate captive. I may be enveloped in shadows, but I refuse to be lost within them. Entry 28, April 1st, 1884. Before me, two menacing skulls guard the entrance to a foreboding staircase that beckons into the dark abyss of the cavern. Their sharp teeth glisten ominously in the dim light, casting eerie shadows that dance upon the walls. I feel a chill skitter down my spine as I stand before this gothic threshold, a stark reminder of the dangers that lie ahead. The stairs descend deeper into the earth, adorned with protruding, tapering shapes that resemble fangs poised to devour any who dare proceed. Each step holds the weight of countless souls who may have ventured here before me, drawn by curiosity or perhaps by a more sinister compulsion. The stark black and white of the scene accentuates the contrast of light and shadow, enhancing the sense of impending doom. Recalling the myriad encounters on my journey, the watchful eyes above the ominous fortresses, I understand that this descent is not merely a physical journey, but a plunge into the heart of fear itself. I take a deep breath, steeling myself against the uncertainties that await below. With resolve, I begin my descent, determined to confront whatever darkness lingers in the depths. Entry 29, April 2nd, 1884. Before me rises a staircase leading upward, its uniquely shaped steps almost sculptural, beckoning me to traverse the rugged ascent toward the unknown. The walls of this cavernous space are riddled with large circular openings that seem to peer into other realms, drawing me into their eerie, otherworldly embrace. Shadows play across the monochrome surface, casting an unsettling dance of light and dark that heightens my sense of intrigue and foreboding. I stand alone near the base of the stairs, my heart throbbing with the weight of the journey that has brought me here. The echoes of past encounters reverberate in my mind, ominous structures, menacing eyes, and the depth of despair I've confronted. Each experience has forged my resolve, yet the uncertainty ahead stirs a twinge of trepidation. As I begin my ascent, I feel a mixture of fear and exhilaration coursing through me. What lies beyond this threshold? I know I must explore this mysterious path, for only here does the promise of revelation linger. I take a step forward, drawn by an insatiable curiosity that commands me to chase the shadows and discover the secrets hidden in the spaces above. Entry 30, April 3rd, 1884. Ascending the staircase carved into the jagged, rocky terrain, I'm acutely aware of the monstrous faces that loom around me, their sharp teeth bared as if ready to consume anything that dares enter this desolate realm. Each step feels heavy under the weight of skeletal remains strewn along the edges, remnants of those who perhaps sought the same answers I now pursue. An eerie atmosphere surrounds me, a suffocating reminder of mortality that heightens my senses. In the distance, a barren moon glows ominously against the night sky, its cold light casting a pallor over this macabre landscape. The bleakness of the scene resonates with the fear I fought to suppress throughout my journey. Gazing at those haunting rock formations, I wonder what darkness compelled the previous souls to scale these heights. Yet beneath that fear lies an unwavering determination. I grieve for the lost, but I will not falter. Their fates must guide me. Each step I take whispers promises of discovery and perhaps redemption, urging me to brave the shadows that haunt my path. I will uncover the truths that lie hidden among these monstrous visages. I cannot turn back now. Entry 31, April 4th, 1884. Before me lies a cave-like realm steeped in shadows, dominated by large, jagged rock formations that resemble monstrous mouths, spectral openings lined with sharp, menacing teeth. The stark contrast of black and white enhances the foreboding nature of the landscape, transforming the very walls into grotesque apparitions that seem to whisper dark secrets. A set of stairs carved into the rock beckons me upward, suggesting a path through this surreal environment. My pulse quickens as I contemplate the journey ahead. Here, in this otherworldly space, I become acutely aware of the solitary figure perched on the upper ledge. Perhaps another intrepid explorer or a ghost of those lost to the abyss. Their presence, while distant, adds a profound sense of scale and urgency to my endeavor. Memories of earlier trials haunt me, the skeletal remains, the teeth of nature itself. Yet amid this perilous atmosphere, a stubborn resolve stirs within. I will not shy away from the unknown. Instead, I ascend, propelled by an insatiable curiosity and the need to unveil the truths hidden within these ominous formations. The allure of discovery calls me ever higher into the jaws of the abyss. Entry 32, April 5th, 1884. The twisted limbs of gnarled trees loom above me, their rugged bark creating a canopy that absorbs what little light dares filter through. I traverse a narrow, winding path that snakes its way through this dark and eerie forest, every step echoing with an unsettling quiet that heightens my senses. The monochromatic palette amplifies the oppressive atmosphere, the shadows seeming to pulse with a life of their own. In the distance, I catch sight of my solitary figure among the trees, stark reminder of my isolation in this desolate place. The trees, with their grotesque forms, seem to stretch toward the heavens, as though in agony. A shiver runs down my spine as I reminisce about my earlier encounters, the monstrous faces, the skeletal remains, and the cavernous mysteries yet to be unveiled. Each moment of my journey compels me deeper into the heart of this foreboding realm. Yet amidst the creeping dread, an indomitable spark persists within me. I am drawn to the intrigue of this haunting landscape, ready to confront whatever lurks in the shadows. Each step I take carries me closer to uncovering the secrets hidden in this forest, a journey I refuse to abandon, no matter the cost. Entry 33, April 6th, 1884. Before me loom three monstrous heads, their jaws agape and dripping with viscous saliva. The sight is horrifying, each figure textured and formidable, resembling grotesque creatures plucked from the depths of a nightmare. Sharp teeth glisten in the dim light like bloodied daggers, poised to strike, and I feel my heart quicken in response to their menacing presence. I stand in the foreground, dwarfed and vulnerable against these titans. The monochromatic palette emphasizes the oppressive atmosphere of this cavernous domain, enhancing the grim reality that I now face. Shadows flicker across the creature's jagged features, amplifying my sense of dread. How many have met their end in the jaws of such beasts? Yet beneath the chill of fear, a stubborn resolve stirs within me. I cannot turn back now, not when I have come this far, creeping step by step through horrors unimaginable. Each heartbeat pulses with a determination to unravel the mysteries that bind me to this dark fate. I will confront these creatures, for to flee would be to surrender to the unknown terrors that lie beyond their deadly embrace. Bountry, 34, April 7th, 1884. Before me lies a cavernous realm, its vastness punctuated by large, jagged formations resembling elongated teeth, grotesque sentinels of decay. The ground beneath my feet is rugged and uneven, littered with skeletal remains and a few forlorn skulls that tell tales of misfortune. An oppressive atmosphere clings to the air, heavy with the weight of what has passed and what lurks beyond. I stand still, cloaked in my long coat, contemplating the ominous scene that stretches before me. Dim lighting flickers softly, casting ghostly shadows that dance along the walls, enhancing the haunting quality of this forsaken environment. My heart pounds in my chest, echoing the reminders of countless perils I have faced along this journey. Yet, despite the despair swirling around me, a swell of determination rises within. I have come too far to retreat. These decaying remnants are not just artifacts of death, they are beacons guiding me deeper into a world rich with secrets. I must push onward, for somewhere within this treacherous landscape lies the key to understanding the darkness that binds me to this realm. I cannot falter now. Entry 35, April 8th, 1884. Venturing deeper into the vast, surreal underground realm, I find myself surrounded by intricately jagged formations that defy nature's logic. The walls tower above me, adorned with elongated, pointed protrusions that cast ominous shadows and create a menacing atmosphere. This cavernous illusion feels like a living entity, breathing dark secrets into the air. In the foreground lies a nest-like structure, cradling several large, spherical objects, each adorned with watching eyes that glimmer with a mixture of curiosity and foreboding. They seem alive, observing my every move, as if they are guardians of the mysteries hidden in the depths. The dim, moody lighting clings to every corner, enhancing the sense of unease. Dark pits and hollows stretch into the abyss, hinting at endless depths that could swallow me whole. I remember the desolation and decay I encountered earlier, and though fear screams for me to turn back, a resolute curiosity urges me forward. What truths lie within this eerie sanctuary? I must delve deeper, for only through uncovering these hidden secrets can I hope to find a way through this labyrinthine nightmare. Story. Entry 36, April 9th, 1884. The cavernous landscape surrounds me. A monstrous creation where walls lined with hollow openings beckon with a gaze that feels all too sentient. Each gaping mouth resembles razor teeth, and within these grotesque formations, large bulbous eyes blink slowly, observing my every move. It's as if I stand before a living entity, and I can't shake the feeling of being scrutinized by forces incomprehensible. Winding staircases weave their way between these ominous structures, leading me deeper into this surreal nightmare. The muted shades of grey and brown lend a grave demeanor to the atmosphere, thickening the tension that already weighs heavily on my heart. Is this the place where souls are drawn only to be consumed? Standing alone in the foreground, I feel minuscule against the grandeur of this desolate expanse, evoking an isolation that sends shivers through me. My past encounters echo in my mind, the watchful eyes, the skeletal remains, and the curiosity that once spurred me on now dances dangerously close to dread. With resolve bolstered by desperation, I vow to ascend further into this bizarre realm, determined to uncover the answers lurking within these monstrous forms, come what may. Entry 37, April 10th, 1884. I find myself engulfed in a surreal, cavernous space, spiraling more that evokes a sense of impending doom. Everywhere I turn, elongated white objects loom like teeth, their presence unnervingly prominent against the rough, sandy texture of the walls. It's as though I've stepped into the jaws of some insatiable beast, my heart racing as I grapple with both awe and fear. Standing at the center of this unnerving setting, I feel minuscule and powerless, dwarfed by the ominous formations that seem to close in around me. This monochromatic landscape heightens the eeriness, casting long shadows that dance ominously as I take cautious steps forward. Memories of countless encounters, those ominous eyes, the skeletal remains of the unwary, flood my thoughts, reminding me of the precariousness of my journey. With each passing moment, I feel the gravitational pull of the depths before me. Curiosity and dread entwine, compelling me deeper into this monstrous realm. What awaits in the darkness beyond? I must confront this haunting setting. I cannot flee from the truths it may reveal. With renewed resolve, I brace myself for whatever lies ahead in this fearful underworld. Entry date: April 11th, 1884. Before me hangs a large, imposing skull, a grotesque titan suspended over a stone throne that commands my gaze. The throne sits atop a set of time-worn stairs, now partially concealed by tangled debris and creeping vegetation, as if this once grand symbol of power now lies forgotten in the annals of decay. The reds and dark tones of the immediate surroundings amplify the grim atmosphere, saturating the air with a foreboding weight. As I stand before this stark tableau, the worn stone walls seem to whisper tales of ancient rituals and darker powers that once thrived within these confines. Memories of skeletal remains and monstrous visages resurface, flooding my thoughts with the histories of those who may have sat upon this throne, steeped in dominion, yet eternally connected to death. A shiver races down my spine as I ponder the implications of this discovery. What rituals were held here? What darkness lurks in the remnants of power? I feel a compelling urge to uncover the truths hidden within these stone confines, driven by a potent mixture of curiosity and fear. With resolute intent, I step forward, prepared to confront whatever forces may still linger in this forsaken realm of shadows. Entry 39. April the 12th, 1884. Before me looms a massive archway, a grotesque maw that resembles a monstrous mouth eager to swallow the world whole. Its fierce red glowing eyes pierce the darkness, setting my heart racing as I step closer. Sharp teeth frame the mouth, their stark whiteness contrasting against the pulsating pink background that emits a sinister glow, drawing me into its unnerving embrace. I stand on the steps leading up to this foreboding threshold, my hooded figure appearing small and insignificant against its imposing presence. The crumbling stone walls tremble with memories of past horrors, while the surrounding ruins lie draped in darkness, overgrown with wild vegetation that claw at the remnants of civilization. A chill grips me, a reminder of the perilous nature of my journey thus far. Yet, despite the terror boiling within, curiosity pulls me forward. Thoughts race to prior encounters with sinister fortresses and monstrous eyes, and I know they have led me here for a reason. What knowledge or danger awaits beyond this archway? As I gather my courage, I remind myself that some truths can only be uncovered by delving into the heart of darkness. With trepidation fueling my resolve, I prepare to confront whatever lies beyond this eerie portal. Entry 40, April 13th, 1884. Amidst the tall, wispy grass, I find myself enveloped in a thick fog that dulls the world around me. Dressed in my dark coat, I stand motionless, acutely aware of the disembodied eyes that scatter throughout this eerie landscape, watching my every move. Their presence sends an unsettling chill through my spine. Each gaze, a silent reminder of my vulnerability in this surreal domain. The muted, grayish palette heightens the tension, casting a pall over the scene that weighs heavily on my heart. I feel trapped in a world where visibility is scant, and I am the unwitting subject of an unseen observer's scrutiny. Memories of terrifying encounters rush back, the monstrous arches, the skulls and thrones from previous nights. Each experience has led me here, to this haunting tableau, and I cannot help but question the purpose of my journey. Is this the culmination of my exploration, or merely another step deeper into the unknown? The air is thick with dread, yet curiosity stirs within me. I cannot cower in fear. I must determine the meaning behind these watchful eyes. Resolute, I gather my strength and steel my resolve to confront the mysteries hidden within the fog. With each breath, I take a step further into the intrigue. On entry 41, April 14th, 1884. As I navigate through the foggy landscape, a chilling sight greets me. Large, surreal eyeballs scattered across the ground, a lifeless gazes following my every move. The density of the mist swallows the world around, obscuring everything beyond a few feet and amplifying the eerie atmosphere that engulfs me. I am not alone. A fellow figure walks in the distance, their presence a stark silhouette against the murky background. Dressed in dark clothing with a backpack, I feel the weight of past encounters pressing down on my shoulders. The eyes remind me of the ominous observations I felt earlier in this treacherous journey, where I have been relentlessly scrutinized by forces unseen. Every step I take feels like a venture deeper into the heart of a dark dream, yet I refuse to turn back. The fog, though thick and disorienting, not obscure my resolve. There is mystery here, wrapped within the dread that fills the air, and it intrigues me. I must keep moving, driven by the need to uncover why this ghastly landscape lies before me. With a heavy heart, yet an unwavering spirit, I press onward, eager to discover what truths await hidden within the fog.